Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. My returning subscribers, thank you very much. I really appreciate all of the likes and the comments. It really does mean a lot to me. And to new viewers, thank you for clicking, and I'm glad that you found me here on YouTube. I do hope that you enjoy the reading today and that the messages will resonate with you. Just keep in mind that these are general readings, so messages may or may not resonate with you. Be sure to check out, in addition to your sun sign, whatever your sun sign might be, also listen to the readings for your moon sign and your rising sign, because sometimes, if one doesn't really resonate, if you listen to all three of them, you will probably get a very good, or a more balanced sort of overview of what is going on or the energy surrounding you during that period. So today's reading, it is a mid-monthly reading for the last 2 weeks of December. So we're looking at the energy surrounding us from December 15th through the end of the month. And for the last 2 weeks, what I'm doing is I'm dividing the reading. So half of the reading is focused on career, finance, jobs, that type of message, looking at those type of messages coming through. And for that portion of the reading, I will be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and that's by Colette Baron-Reid. And I'm also using some additional Oracle cards this time because I recently acquired a few decks, and so I would like to include them, and I'll probably be using them more in upcoming readings. So I'll be using one card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle card deck, as well as from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. Okay, and then for the love and relationship and romance portion of the reading, I'll be using the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And I will be pulling two additional cards, one from the Whispers of Love Oracle card deck, and one card from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. So more cards this time. The reading might run a little bit longer, but it's, as it's the last mid-monthly reading for this year, I decided to sort of include a few more cards. If you would like a personal reading, focusing on you, what is going on in your life right now, and it's a good time to do that sort of at the end of the year, beginning of a new year. It's a good time to kind of take a look at what the energies are surrounding you, whether it's in the area of career and finance or love and romance. That would be with a private reading. So if you're interested in that, you can check out my site. There you will find pricing as well as information about the types of readings that I offer. And the site is changingphasestarot.weebly.com. Or you can email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. And another thing you might consider, it is the holiday season, however whatever that means to you and however you celebrate it. And some people like receiving tarot card readings, right, as a gift. It's something that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily pay to have for them, for themselves. So getting it as a gift, it's a nice surprise. So if you're interested in that, you can also email me and and pay for a reading for somebody else and gift that to them, right, as a holiday gift. So just to keep in mind. But I won't take up any more time talking. I will go ahead and stop this introduction so I can get into the readings for all of the signs. Okay, so thanks again for joining me, and see you in 1 minute for the reading. Hi Taurus, hope you're doing well. So I'm here today to do your mid-monthly read for December. This is, again, for the energy surrounding us from the midpoint of December through the end of the month, for the last 2 weeks of the month, focusing on the areas of career and finance and love and relationships. Now, my readings seem to be running a little over, so I've kind of changed things up a little here. Off camera, I've already meditated, shuffled, and picked the cards and laid them out here to try to save some time. So that's why you see everything already laid out. The cards along the back and on this side have to do with have to do with a career and finance. And I will show you each card as we go through the reading. And then along the bottom and off to the right, and I'll move the camera over so you can see those once we get to the love and romance portion of the reading. Okay. All right. So, it seems as if this month of December, or at least the last part of the month, is quite significant for many of the signs. A lot of the same messages have been sort of repeating for signs. So I would definitely encourage you to take a look at your not just your sun sign, but also your moon sign and your rising sign videos, because they might contain additional information that might help you. But lots of positive messages coming through, lots of very powerful messages, lots of major arcanas. So, yeah, and yours is sort of no different, Taurus. Okay, so we have here the first card. So this was the card at the end, at the bottom of the deck, and this will be the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of December. You'll have the Six of Fire. This will be the Six of Wands in the traditional deck. Okay, I'll get into the meanings in a second. Let me show you the cards. Then going through the career and finance reading, we have as the energy entering the last 2 weeks, you have Major Arcana, number 3, Empress, followed by Ace of Water, and this would be the Ace of Cups. And the outbound energy for the month is Major Arcana number 19, the Sun card. Okay, and then the 2 oracle cards that I picked to go along with the career and finance portion of the reading from the Sacred Traveler. It's a new deck that I have. From the Sacred Traveler deck, we have the card First Light, and it says beginning a new cycle. Let me hold this up. There we go. Sorry for the glare. And then we also have your the other card comes from the Life Purpose deck by Doreen Virtue, and this card is called School. So the answer that you're seeking involves going to school. Okay, so beginning with this overall energy, this is fire energy, and the fire suit in the tarot, it has to do with, or the suit of wands, it has to do with our creativity, it has to do with inspiration, it has to do with our determination, our strength, our ambition, our careers, the work that we do, the day-to-day activities that we do. And the 6 is a wonderful card because the 6 of Wands is a victory card, right? And you have a victory card as the overall energy, and then the outbound energy is a big yes card, right? The Sun card, with probably the most positive card that you can have out of the tarot deck. So you have lots of very positive energy surrounding you. So the 6 of Wands, this is a card of recognition, of acknowledgement, of vindication, right? It doesn't actually show it on this deck. In the traditional tarot deck, it's the champion, and he's sort of, he's won the battle from the 5 of Wands, and he comes in and he's holding, he has the victory, he has the laurel of victory, and he's feeling very triumphant and, very powerful. So it's a very good card, right? In the work setting, it has to do with kind of you being recognized. This might be, over the next couple of weeks, people really noticing you being awarded some type of accolades. Maybe you were working on a project at work and, you did a great job, and people are just sort of getting the recognition that you deserve for the work that you have done. This could be a promotion. This could be you, having gone out for a new position and receiving or getting interviewed, right? And you sort of standing out from the rest of the candidates, you getting the position. It's a good card. And what I see here with the 6 of Fire is a little different because it actually makes me think of the 6 of Swords card, because this one, even though it's It's like an air balloon, but it's a boat, and it's flying across the sky, like traveling away. So it gives me, I pick up this energy, kind of like the Six of Swords, with the moving away, right? And moving from one thing to another in transition. And that's kind of backed up by this, you have this new beginning coming in, you have expansive energy with the Empress, and then, the Oracle card here is talking about new cycles and new beginnings. So I do get that there is, for um, some Taurus out there, right, there might be some type of new beginning that involves movement, that involves moving away. Maybe this is, looking at jobs at a distance from where you're currently living, right? Could be that. Let's go through the rest of the cards here. So the first card is the Empress. Now this is a major arcana, and the Empress, she's all about growth and creativity, and she's expansive energy, right? Very fertile card. And obviously, we're not focusing on, fertility and pregnancy. We're looking at the career and finance part of the reading. So this could just be you giving birth to new ideas, feeling very creative at work, right? Giving birth to new experiences, stepping into a new version of yourself. There's a lot of opportunities, things sort of preparing to manifest. And when they do manifest, and I see that, with the Ace of Water coming in, it's going to bring you great joy, and it's going to be very good for you. It's going to be very positive with the Sun card. So, this is again, a great card to have, because it seems as though you have a lot of ideas, a lot of creative projects going on. And it seems as if, new things are coming in with those. So it's all about, abundance and sort of nurturing whatever that idea is, kind of nurturing the idea, really focusing on it and allowing it to grow. And, in this new beginning, whatever this new thing is that you are working on and really, trying to develop here, the Ace of Water shows that it's going to bring great emotional happiness to you, right? Usually the Ace of Water, this is the Ace of Cups card, and Cups energy it's our emotions, it's our feelings, right? And it has to do with, it's also to do with intuition, but it has to do with, especially the Ace, it's something new, right? In the traditional tarot deck, it's the divine hand extending out this chalice, overflowing with water, with love. So it's there's this outpouring of emotion, or there's a sense of renewal with this card as well. This could be time for growth. This could be a new partnership. This could be just you feeling very happy about whatever this new project is that you're working on, or this new endeavor, this new opportunity. You feeling very happy about that. But it's overflowing, right? This overflowing abundance coming in. And you feeling very hopeful. You feeling very excited about all of the possibilities and optimistic about really manifesting, right? Bringing your dreams into reality. Yeah, and then again with the Sun card, could it be any more positive here? This is a major arcana, and the Sun card is basically, it shines, the sun shines its light on everything, right? It illuminates everything. It's a card of abundance, much like there's abundance here. The Sun card is a card of abundance as well. And it's just telling you that, at this time, as we reach the end of December, moving into 2018, everything is possible for you right now. Everything is illuminated. There could be projects really coming to fruition. There could be growth, within the workplace, growth with the projects that you're working on. And it's you, feeling this abundance and sharing as well, sharing of this abundance with other people. And you're definitely, it's going to bring you great happiness. It's going to be, I see a lot of movement, a lot of change, but just know that, it's sort of this new thing has the blessing of the universe, right? It's all blessing with the Empress. This is like a blessing and it's a yes card, and the Sun is a blessing and a yes card as well. So if you have you have been, if you have had any doubt about anything, I would just say you don't need to worry. You don't need to doubt whatever this new thing is, because you need to be confident. You need to be more self-assured. You need to know that, you have the blessing of the divine here. So, yeah, what more can I say? That's a wonderful reading for the career and finance portion of your reading. The two cards, I have kind of touched on them here. Usually for the oracle cards, I like to read the complete description of each of the cards, and I really feel that, especially this first light card, it ties in with new things, the new beginnings, the giving birth to new things, a new cycle starting for you. So let me read you the description for first light, and it says, a new day has begun in your life. You're at the beginning of a new cycle. It's time to release the old and start again. Wipe the slate clean. Although it's often difficult to release familiar routines, situations, or relationships that no longer empower you, it's now time to set your sights on the future and let go of the past. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know that the traveler faces east towards the sunrise and affirms that a new day and a new cycle have begun. New beginnings are often fraught with the unknown, yet the sacred traveler has observed on the extended journey that life goes in a cycle. In the cycle of life, the plants die in the autumn, so there can be birth in the spring. The sun rises and the sun sets. It's the universal dance of death and rebirth. There's a time to end and begin. In your life, it's the close of one cycle and the beginning of another. Face fear about the unknown and be willing to begin anew. You will succeed. And this could not go along better with the cards that you have here, right? You have this, and I did get like there's this change here, right? This leaving something behind, even though that's not, Six of Fire is not but that's the energy that's coming off of this card. And with all of the new beginnings and the positive light of the sun, I mean, and you can see here, right, we have the light of the sun as well, kind of shining down on everything. And I'm really being drawn to the Christmas tree. And it's all beginning. Whatever these beginnings are, they're happening now. They're happening around this time of the year. And, possibly come springtime, you might see the full effects of these new changes, right? This new cycle. It doesn't happen overnight. It does take a little time, much like much like a pregnancy, thinking of the Empress, you don't give birth in a day, and it takes 9 months. So this does take time here, but it's coming, right? And this new change, this new cycle is beginning. Now, the second card, the School card, let me read you what that one says. It says, this card guides you to return to school to further your education and gain new skills related to your dream career. The angels assure you that the timing is ideal for you to take this leap and that it's part of your divine life mission. You'll also find joy in learning about your beloved profession, and you deserve this happiness. It's part of your loving self-care. Your educational path will inspire others to follow their own intuitive paths as well. For a few, this card also signals that your soul longs to teach in a classroom setting. Helping young people develop their minds and acquire skills is a vital profession, one that the angels are happy to support. Ask them for guidance about your teaching pathway, and they will guide every aspect of it. From their higher perspective, the angels know which avenue is best suited to you and your talents. They will guide you to the ideal teaching situation. Interesting, because this could have to do with going back, right? Maybe part of this, new project and new thing coming in. Maybe this does involve you needing to go back to school, take some additional classes, the on-the-job training sort of classes, do career development type classes, or like the book says, this could actually have to do with you changing careers. Maybe this new thing coming in is a career change. Maybe you've been thinking about going into the classroom in some way or teaching others. And that doesn't necessarily have to be, within a traditional classroom setting. I mean, you could be teaching art classes, out of your art studio in your basement, or you could, Could be many different things. Could be teaching, something to do with tarot if you're interested in the tarot. It could be many different things for people, right? But it does seem as if there's something to do with learning and education, and this possibly could have to do with this new cycle that's coming in. But just know that, you know, you are being divinely guided and blessed at this time. So that's I'm happy for you, Taurus. That's really wonderful. So let's move on. We'll take a look now at the love and romance part of the reading. Okay, and again, I will go through the cards, show you each of the cards, and you have some pretty amazing cards. It's funny, the soulmate card has been coming out for some of the other signs as well. So you might be, you know, either in a soulmate relationship, or your soulmate might be close to coming in as we head towards the end of this year and begin a new year. So starting off with the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the year in the area of love and relationships. And just to remind you, you know, that it can have to do with love and romance. It can have to do with just friendships, right? We have many types of relationships in our lives, so it's not just romantic in nature. Not always. It can be, but not always. So the overall energy, the card that was at the bottom of the deck, is the regeneration card, card number 46. Let me hold that up so you can see it. Okay, so that's the overall energy. Actually, let me move the camera. Sorry for jerking it around like that. Okay, and I can put these up here. So overall energy, regeneration, and then the 3 cards that we have, entering into the last 2 weeks, we have card number 32, here and now. And that's followed by card number 2, Yin, the Yin card. And the outbound energy, card number 41, Soulmate. Okay. And the 2 additional oracle cards from the Whispers of Love deck, we have the Union of Hearts, card number 28. This is a very beautiful card. And the last card is the Soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. So, okay, beginning with the regeneration card. Now, the regeneration card, you know, it's kind of like the death card in the traditional tarot. It's all about rebirth and second chances and new opportunities, right? So thinking of relationships and possibly, you know, romantic relationships. If you're in a relationship, or if you've been going through, you know, a rocky period in that relationship, this card might be, you know, might represent for some of you a second chance, right? A new opportunity. If you've maybe given things, you know, a break or taken some time off from the other person, this card might be, you know, might represent a second chance, a new opportunity. As the card does represent these, you know, new things coming in, but it's sort of a new old thing, right? This rebirth and a new opportunity, but somehow tied to the past here. If you are not currently in a relationship, this could just be you, you know, beginning a new cycle. And again, we have this new cycle, and we kind of energy along with this. And it's a card also to do with connections, and it also reminds you how, you know, death, when we think of death, much like the death card, death is not an ending, right? It's only an illusion. Obviously, there is life after death. There is rebirth. And so right now, you know, you could just be, maybe you were in a relationship for a long time. Maybe you took some time off, you know, for yourself. You needed that time to sort of regenerate, right? To figure out what it is that you really want for, you know, this next chapter, this next year, this next period in your life. And So now you feel as though you are regenerating, right? You're really coming back to life, and you're starting to feel excited, and you see how there's like all these little stars kind of twinkling around. As you have all the red lava coming up, making me think of like the phoenix, rising from the ashes. But there's also excitement. There's like little stars twinkling around this new tree, and it's like the tree is trying, it's coming back to life, and it's excited, right? There's new things, and it's divine. I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but there's like a little face. It's the kind of the face. It's the divine, this divine light shining down on whatever this is. So there is some type of blessing as well surrounding this new thing, this new cycle, this regeneration. And it's all about love and being more receptive and opening up and, this rebirth, but it has to do with allowing yourself to, be this new version and to allow love to come in. So there is some type of, you need to allow this change to happen. Like it's coming, there's this new cycle, appearing for you, but you have to also be open to it. Now, this here and now card, this is card number 32. And it's interesting because it's, you see, it's like a new cycle. We have this egg here, and it's right underneath the Empress card, which is all about giving birth and new cycles, right? And this card, it makes me think of sort of kind of Buddhist teachings, about being present. And you see how there are little signs there pointing to the past and the future. And then she is just hovering, right? This egg is hovering in the present. And it looks very fragile, right? It's not easy to do, but it's necessary. And so then when this card comes in, it's a reminder that, when we enter into relationships, it's very important for us to be, in the moment, present with that person, right? And if you are, if you're not currently in a relationship, and maybe you are more open to meeting somebody now, and and there is a possibility of a new person coming in. This is all about, staying present, staying aware at this time, sort of acknowledging kind of where you are, right? If there was some type of pain that you had to go through, this rebirth, this death and rebirth with something from the past, that is no longer with you. That's in the past, and you can't worry, you can't focus on what might come in, who might turn up in the future. We have no control over that. We can't control the future, we can't control the past. We are here in the present. Obviously, kind of putting out there that time is really a human construct, right? I mean, we try to structure everything as humans as this linear sequence of events, and the universe doesn't function on or it doesn't function the same way. So it's important for us to just be present, right? Accept what's going on right now. Really be in the moment is what this card is encouraging you to do. And with the number 2 card coming immediately after it, right, this number 2, the Yin card, this card talks about being receptive, right? I was saying over here about being open to these new things coming in. The Yin card is the feminine principle of receptivity, right? It's about being open to new things, right? And it's about, you see, it's kind of like this open vessel. So it's opening yourself up, being open to allowing, right, these new things to come in, and then kind of accepting them when they do. So if this is again, you in a relationship, and you are, you're giving the relationship a second chance, really be present, focus on, the here and now. Don't go back and, focus on the past mistakes, the past hurt. Just be present and be open and receptive to these new changes. If the other person also has been through some changes, be receptive, be open to that, right? It's a card. This card is asking you. It's really sort of a, it's what am I trying to say? Not a warning. It's just asking you to, to be this open, this receptive vessel here, right? And be more sort of conscious, be more aware, Be more open is what I'm getting from this. Be soft. You see how the colors are very, I mean, it's the feminine principle, but they're very flowy, they're very romantic, very soft. So try to, if you are giving somebody a second chance, try to take on this, receptive, soft, compassionate energy, right? And if this is you entering into a new relationship, be open, right? When you're open and come across as this more open and loving person, then it's sort of the cause and effect. Attracting like-minded people, attracting that sort of energy towards you, so attracting somebody who will also be looking for that type of person, you and this open and receptive and loving person. So you will attract in somebody who, similar. And then the soulmate card, I mean, this is beautiful. We actually have two soulmate cards here, but beginning with this one, you could be in this soulmate relationship, right, with another person, and possibly your relationship is going through some type of, regeneration, a new cycle in the relationship. And if you're not, then towards the end of December, as you move into the new year, and it's interesting because they're penguins, and it's very cold around them. So this could actually be during the winter months, right? And you see how one penguin has the key and the other penguin has the lock in her heart. And so again, it's this message of being open, right? Being open to receive, being open to allow this other person to come in and open your heart, right? To unlock it, to allow the love to flow. So again, this message of receptivity, of being open. And, this soulmate card, it can, if it's just a friendship, this is just a very harmonious relationship, a relationship that really brings in great personal growth for both of you. And I've said this before in my readings, soulmate relationships, they're not always what we think they are. Some soulmate relationships are just friends who come in and they're here to teach us a lesson, or vice versa, and then they might end up leaving our lives once we've learned the lesson, or they have. Or this can be somebody that you have a very deep soul connection with from a previous lifetime, and sort of a soul contract, and you meet and you stay together the rest of your life. So it varies, right? Soulmate connection, it is very strong, and it is sort of otherworldly. Many times this soul contract, I mean, you enter into it, and it comes from past lifetimes. So it's a very deep connection, a very powerful connection, and this person could very well be coming into your life right now. With the two additional cards, again, I'll just read you from the guidebooks for those. So the first one is from the Whispers of Love deck, and that was card number 27, Spiritual Connection. It says, this relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. I was just saying that. That's funny. Okay, so everything happens for a reason. Know that some of the people that come into our life are there just to help teach us a lesson and make a real impact on our life. Whether this is a love, soulmate relationship, or a relationship for growth, it is important to you in this lifetime. And that's exactly what I was talking about with the soulmate card right there, right? And then the other card is, again, the soulmate card. And it says, you chose this card because you wonder if a certain person is your soulmate. And the answer is yes. As we all do, you have many soulmates, beings with whom you share a mystical soul connection and life path. Soulmates incarnate with the plan of coming together for mutual spiritual and personal growth. As you suspected, the person you're inquiring about is one of yours. That sense of familiarity and comfort you felt when you first met also indicates your soulmate bond. This card sometimes comes to those who ask, when will I meet my soulmate? Or will I ever meet my soulmate? As validation that this will occur. Many times this is a person whom you already know. Although romantic sparks didn't fly at first, you'll have another opportunity to explore passion together. So, with this regeneration card as the overall energy, this could be the second chance. Maybe this soulmate, you could have known the person years ago, and for whatever reason, it wasn't the right time to get together then. Maybe they were in a relationship. Maybe you were. Maybe now you're at different, at different points in your life, and so you come together, and there is a second chance. But there are big things coming in for you, I would say, towards the end of this month and heading into 2018. So congratulations, Taurus. I think out of all the readings I've done so far, yours is probably the most exciting and, the most optimistic and full of exciting things coming in for you. So that's wonderful. I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. Please be sure to check out my 2018 overview videos. I'm trying to finish them up. The last week or so has just been very hectic around here, but I'll be posting those, so please watch out for those, giving you just, a month by month overview of 2018. And know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful last 2 weeks of the month and this holiday season, however you spend that. Thanks. Bye.